Hey guys, it's TJ here. I just wanted to record some of the organization tips that you're probably looking for, and this is just a start, and I intend to do this regularly. So, if you have specific questions about any of the sections that I cover, just let me know. I'll cover them in a later video. Why is organization important? The traffic business is a franchise style business. It's not a creativity based business. So, if you imagine you had a Subway franchise, you would get up every morning and make the sandwiches or organize a way to get them made, right? It does not depend on how creative you are. It's based on how operationally effective your business is running, what your profitability is, and how effectively you can get your tasks done. Same with solo business. Once you learn what you need to do, you need to do it effectively and regularly to see results in this business. For creative people, discipline is important. Like writers need to sit down and write every single day, but it's not as important as it is for people who are running a franchise style business. And just having the awareness that you are in a business that's like that will enforce some sort of discipline on you. So let's talk about some of the activities that you need to do every single day. And before we even get into that, let's talk about having a long term strategy for your business. So, you need to have a long term strategy for your business, and the long term part is you can evaluate it by yourself. You need to have maybe a 6 month strategy, and you probably need to have a monthly strategy. You don't need to evaluate your business every single day. The people who do that have a very tough time getting anywhere because they're constantly re-evaluating. They're not sure of themselves. Before you do anything, take a moment of silence and think through your decision. Don't be in a hurry, but once you take that decision, then go and implement that decision maybe for a month and then see what the results are, right? If you look at statistics, if you just get a very small sample of statistics, you're obviously not going to get much out of that data. If you get a large sample, you probably can make some sort of inference about where things are going. So, and have a goal. Are you trying to reduce the cost per subscriber? Are you trying to brand yourself as a premium seller and sell clicks for $0.6 and above? Are you able to actually do that in the market? If you set a goal for yourself and you go out and people are not buying your clicks as much, then you can record that, but do it for a month, what your sales were. Then you can go and compare that to when you were selling clicks at 45 cents a click, because you can see which model was more profitable for you. It's not just about making more sales, it's also about having profitability in your business. And unless you track that with awareness, how would you ever know? So if you're working on creating new swipes and engaging with your list more, you need to track that too. Are you actually encouraging the people on your list to take the actions that you want them to? Are they clicking on the offers? Are they clicking and going and posting comments on your blog? Whatever you're trying to do, it depends on where you are in your business. If you're in the first phase of your business, where you have a pure traffic business, all you're trying to do is have a high click-through rate. At that point of time, you just need to have an engaging subject line which provokes curiosity and has them open your email, and then it needs to be congruent so that they actually click on your link and opt in. So if those three things are working well, you know that you're doing well. And the way to track it is simple. You know you can see open rates in the autoresponder. You can see click-through rates in the autoresponder, and you can ask your clients how their solo went to see what the opt-in rates were. So you can always eyeball and have an idea about how you're doing in your business. You can ask your click banking partners the same thing, how your traffic was converting. Having metrics is very important. I just talked about open rates, click-through rates, actions people are taking. If you're trying to maximize your click-through rates, if suppose you were trying to implement something like Seth talked about, just cloaking your quality click control domain, did that actually work for you? So if it didn't work for you, then that wasn't the problem in your business model. Something else is the problem. So you need to keep evaluating that till the time you get there. So having awareness about what you're doing is the first step. And when you implement it step by step, you're going to diagnose the problem, solve it, and move forward in your business. So I already spoke about this. If you're trying to ask people on your list, if you're in a later stage of your business and you're actually trying to now engage with your subscribers and encourage them to take other actions like buy your products, you want to actually make a relationship with them. If you're trying to pursue that strategy, then see what you ask them to do. Do they actually do that? Do they go and comment on your blog post? Did they come and join your Facebook group? Did they buy the product that you were promoting? Did they have any sort of response? And keep tracking that, but not over a day. do it, like the relationship building process is a harder skill to learn. So do it over maybe 2 months or 3 months and learn email marketing, right? See what works, see what doesn't, share in the groups and buy a course or two and start learning that. So that's the way to go forward in that. The now this is very important in our business, is to actually maintain a financial record of what you're doing. So a Google Doc spreadsheet works best, at least for me, rather than Excel, because no matter where I am, which computer I'm using, I can always log into my Google account and open up the same spreadsheet and start working from there. And if my computer gets lost, all my data will not be lost. So I encourage you to do the same thing. At a minimum, you should be tracking the date, the when you bought a solo, who you bought a solo from, how did that solo perform, what were the opt-in rates, what kind of premium country traffic you were getting, and most importantly, what kind of sales conversion that you actually got from that solo. So when I'm saying sales conversions, with the new version of the funnel that I launched, people actually, and with anything else, now I actually have a 17-day follow-up that goes to these people. So with whatever system that you're promoting, have at least a couple of days of follow-up, and if, when you get a sale, you should track that back to whose traffic did that come from, and this can be done within the MLSP system very easily. So if you're promoting some other system or you're promoting some other products, then you need to find a way to do that. But it's essential to track whether the traffic actually converts into sales. That's very important to track. That's when you can separate the some solo sellers. I know the consistently the traffic produces sales. It could be the freshness of their list, it could be where they're buying their traffic from, whatever it is, as long as their list converts, that's a really good thing. That's your true knowledge capital in this business. You should also write down notes in that spreadsheet for qualitative. You can make qualitative comments like, was the customer service good, and what, then you can move on to your marketing spend. What are you spending on marketing for your solo business? What are you spending on marketing for marketing like high ticket services if you're marketing the 6-figure consult? And you can also look at the high ticket revenue generated. So looking at all of that stuff, then you can put together a simple profit and loss statement and just calculate whether your business is profitable, or which stage of the business are you at right now, how much have you spent, how much revenue have you generated, what strategy is resulting in the most amount of profitability for you. With the high ticket revenue, you should include that in there, because that one or two of those sales could just make your business profitable, just based on those sales. So that should be a part of your business too. So if you maintain the spreadsheet, this will definitely give you an idea of where you're headed in your business, and it's absolutely essential to do. If you're not doing it, you should start one today. And if you're not including all of these metrics, it's not a big deal. Start with including some, and you'll develop an intuition of what to add. But you can definitely get a good idea from the metrics that I've mentioned here. Accountability is also really important. I've been encouraging students to send videos to me. I understand that it might not be for everybody, but if you can, that's one of the best strategies you can pursue. Every week or every 2 weeks, maybe make a video of where you are, so that I can see you're headed in a constructive direction. It might not be the exact direction that I want to point you in, and that's not the goal of coaching. I don't want to mold every single student in the same template. The goal is to actually work on your strengths the best that we can. So the video is just a medium. If you want to provide a written update, that's fine, but provide some sort of an update, because it's very important. I'm sure you can understand the value of that. Also, if you don't want to provide me with an update, which you should, but you can also find another person in the group who you relate with, you probably become friends with, and you can have them as an accountability partner to just share tips. It works really well just to talk to somebody and share quick tips, because you all are pursuing similar goals. And do reach out to me when you're stuck. I'm assuming everybody's serious about their business, and you reach out to me when I see somebody's in trouble. When I realize that, I obviously get in touch, but sometimes I don't. I do other stuff too. So make sure that you reach out to me when you're stuck with anything, whether it's small or it's big. Let's get on a consult or anything. Let's chat about it and get it resolved and have you moving forward. So just to recap about the things that you should be doing regularly, and just to keep things very simple, you should be sending out 3 emails a day from the swipe file in the Google Drive folder. If you don't have access to that, do let me know and let me get you access to that. You should be spending some time buying traffic from the people either in a premium traffic group or go to safe swaps. or do a Google search and then maintain a record. If you like to explore new traffic sources, do that, buy traffic from people, but start with 100 clicks, maintain a record, and know how their traffic is doing. That's just all you need to do, and then you can go about buying all the traffic that you want. Then you should also consistently spend time marketing your business and yourself. So your business, you will start charging premium prices when you can brand yourself. So contribute in forums, contribute in groups. When you contribute, people know that you're doing something and you actually know something. So always do that. Don't just be a consumer of information, be a producer of information, because those are the people who build a brand, who are considered as leaders, and they end up making the most money in our niche. Just as information consumers, you have to kind of take that growth journey and move over to the other side and start producing information. So the sooner you do that, and you don't have to make it uncomfortable at all. Whatever medium you like, if you like writing, do that. If you like to make a video, do that. Whatever you like to do. If you want to make an MP3 audio recording, that's cool too. Just do something, document what you're doing. Teaching is a very reflective process, and you'll come up with a lot of good stuff. Whatever works for you, but do something. And you should always be learning. I don't want to take that too far. Some people try to make it into too big of a deal. You're already learning a ton of stuff, so you don't need to be learning 24/7. It's more also about implementing, but you should be working on a certain skill. So you'll all have learning spurts, but once you've mastered a certain skill and you start getting bored, pick up another skill, because you never know too much. If you learned how to drive traffic really well, learn how to build a relationship with your list. If you've learned how to do that very well, learn how to do a webinar really well. And within the information niche, it's really easy to find products and leaders who are doing that stuff really well. So take their product, learn from it, and implement it. What you implement, you can actually come around and teach other people. So that's really effective, but you got to do that too. And that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, do let me know on the Facebook group, and I can cover them in another session just like this.